Welcome to my channel, and today I like to show you how to make easy, peasy, fast, beautiful, nice bunny. Now it's a springtime and we are in the holiday season, and you can make this with your kids or by yourself if you like. It's easy, and I like to show you what I did. You know, I am greatest upcycle recycle, so I use materials that I find or I reuse them. This is the box of some kind of chocolate, and I cut it and I draw the bunny. So I like to show you the measurements of the bunny, and I will show you later on how easy to go and do. If you don't have sewing machine, you can make this, hand stitching. It will go fast and easy, trust me. You don't need to think it's hard thing to do. So I'm going to turn this way that you can see that I have 9 inches here and 7 inches here. This is indication for you. You can take something curvy and you can make curves, and you can go and cut this. You can draw. It's not very hard. It's so easy, unbelievable. Now I want to go again and I want to show the European measurements. 23 centimeters on 17 and a half. Plus you will need something like this. It's 2.5 inches on 2 inches, or it's 6.5 centimeters on 5 centimeters. It's an egg shape, large egg shape. This is it. This is what you need. Yes, did you see me drawing line here? I will show you right now what you need. Let me put this on the side. I cut and I prepare myself before the filming before filming. So I'm showing you here it's doubled. You need double pieces. But you know, I like to cut the corners, and I didn't cut here because I think why I need again to make another stitch. If I can go and do stitches, and I can go and do stitches here. Okay, here it is. And I would like to measure for you how long you can need to open. Just you need to give a stitch. It's almost 3 inches, but not 3 inches. It's one of the 3.25, 2.25, sorry, 2.25 inches that you need to cut through here, or centimeters. And I will go now and I will show you 7 centimeters. You need to go deep. You see me, I did this with the pinking shears. Okay, so the stitches will need to go on top, close to the edge. You know, like you can take a little bit, you know, half centimeter, and you can go to the edge. If you don't have pinking shears, and it happens, and you know the world, this is how it is, so you can sew on the other side and then turn on the right side. So you will need another piece, and I'm showing you now. I am contracting and I'm putting together another piece that will go on top like a little pocket. I hope you can see what I'm doing, like a little pocket. You will need the shape of the egg that I showed you, 2 of them. So it means 4. Okay, they will go like this and like that. Now I will show you a faster version how you can sew them and you can put them together. Now I will need, and I'm looking, okay, I will need to I cut the pieces, round pieces for the eyes. So I will put the eyes here. Okay, you can cut it smaller, or you can do it buttons. I do buttons a lot. And I have this kind of, fluffy puffy stuff, and goes a nose. And I tied it bow tie. This is the bunny itself. And now I will show you what you need to do first. First, and cutting the corners, I'm going to put those on the side that I can move and show you how fast you can do. Usually they do the feet. This is called the feet. And they do the feet, and then they need to sew them by hand on top of the bunny. I don't do that. So this is what I do. You open of each one and put on the side and hold it then after you will need it. Now I will go and I will stitch with the sewing machine. And now please put attention to it. It is important for you that you should know what kind of stitches you need to do to make it quicker, because I don't like to sit and making and hand sewing. It's taking time and blah blah blah. You know how it is. So this is what I'm going to show you here. You need to give a stitch. Don't start from the beginning. Let me take something that I can show you. Don't start sewing from the beginning. Give a centimeter from here to here and go and sew here. But remember, you need to give centimeter on each side. Don't sew them. Do not sew them. And don't sew to the edges. This is where you need to go with the machine. When you're putting those together, you need to be sure that you are not touching the edges, because you will go later on and you will need to give stitches, and you need to space to crawl in with the machine. This is what I'm saying to you, and follow. Now, this I'm going to put on the side, and I will show it to you that the eyes you need to make now. Before you're gonna go on the machine, you put them together, see which way, where they are nicer way that they can be on top. This is your game. This is your toy that you're gonna create, or this is your for you. So you find the best place that you can put, and go and give the stitch with the machine. I'm gonna go and give just simple round stitch. And afterwards, I'll come back to you and I'll show you how you continue. It's after you cut it, it's taking a couple of minutes to make this toy ready. All right, I did sew the eye. If you don't want sewing on the sewing machine or don't have, you can do it, sewing by hand. And the second piece is, as I showed you, that you need to sew on the machine only the one each piece. And as I said, take a little space in between the edges and in between when you are sewing those feet. So what needs to be done, you need to go, and I'm showing you now, it's easy peasy, it's not hard. Now my recommendation is leave here space, about, let me measure for you space, because you will need to fill inside the toy. So go about inch and a half you can, or centimeters, about 3.5 4 centimeters. You leave the opening here because you will need to stuff with filling inside. Now here is very tricky, but it's not hard. So when you're putting one on top another, and I'm telling you, leaving here the opening, it means not where the curve is. Here, I'm going to put here and I'm going to show you. you will need to leave in this foot when you're going to sew around, and I'm show you later on how. You will need to leave the space here. You will close it later, and you can do it with the machine also. So here is the space that you need to leave open. After, you're going to go on the machine and you're going to connect this piece, and I'm going to go and I'm going to connect now, because I left all the way around the space. So I'm going to go and give stitches on top, close to the edges, but not too close. 1/2 centimeter, little bit less, but be careful. You need to close here, and the other also. But why I give the space? I give the space for you to have the access with the sewing machine. You see? Not on the bottom. On the bottom, it's not it won't become nice when you leave in the opening to fill inside the polyester or whatever you want to use. So leave it here on top, the opening, and only go and connect those 2 feet together, those pieces together. Leave opening, and I will show you later on how to do it. And from here and now, after you're gonna do this, it will go so funny and very easy, and you can do the project, as I said, with your family, with your kids, sewing by hand. Any fabric that you choose besides the fabric that stretch. You need cotton type fabric. You can use any fabric. You can use any decoration that you like. Well, let me go and do first that, and I will come back to you and show you this is going to be the end of the connection of this piece of bunny, the bunny-O. I did connect 2 pieces of the feet. If you can see, this is why I said leave the space in between the edges that you can have access with the machine. You see, I did around. I connect them. Let me show you. See, I did the stitch. I connect them. Here you go. I connect them. Here I have an opening. As I said, leave the opening that you will be able to put the filling inside each one. Okay, here you go. Each one. Here I hope you can see the stitches, and here it's closed. So, and this is why I said leave the enough space that you can go around with the machine. After, I'm gonna fill those feet together. Fill them with the whatever you have, you know. I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna go and I will give a final stitch. But don't forget that you need to leave on the bottom the opening that you need to fill the bunny also. So first I'm gonna go and finish the feet of the bunny. I'm gonna fill inside with whatever I have, whatever I choose to make it. Don't make them too puffy, you know, just need to be puffy, but not too much, not too fat, because it won't give the shape that you need. And then I'm gonna go and close with the machine. You see, I have a space to go under the machine. I'm gonna push, squeeze inside the filling and go and close on the machine. And afterwards I will go with my fingers and I will make them comfortable inside. The feet will be puffy a little bit, and then those pieces I will connect together. I'm gonna give the stitch around here and leave the opening here on the bottom. And I did before, I don't want to show you, but my first that I did before, I tried before, because if I didn't try before, I wouldn't know how to do the tutorial. So leave the opening up under the hands a little bit, you can sew, with the machine, really a little bit, and you will need to leave this place to put inside the filling or the polyester, what you choose to do, and then you can close, and again you can close with the machine also. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fill those beautiful feet with something that they should look more what they need to look, and then I'm gonna go and gonna give the stitch around. This needs to be open here. This is the pocket that you can put the Easter eggs or candies inside, or who's want to give money as a present, so you can put some surprise in. It's going to be a pocket. So I'm going to go and do that, and I will come back to you and show you how easy it's to do the one stitch, to put this together, and then put the filling inside and close the bunny. Well, I feel with remains of fabric, I feel those nice feet. You can see inside, I hope. The fabric that I don't use, they need to be on the softer side. And now I'm gonna go on the sewing machine and close here one and the other. Just a little reminder, you have to move your fabric around to not to stitch on it this fabric, that it's gonna be a pocket. You have to move around. As you move, you do the stitch, this area you put under the machine. So you need to maneuver a little bit, you know, not to get stitches on this pocket. So now this is gonna be my last stitching on the machine before I'm gonna fill the bunny. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give here a little stitch to hold it together, and from this area, from here, I want to show you better that you can see. I hope you can see what I'm showing. From here I'm gonna go, I'm gonna catch this together, catch this little piece, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give the stitches all around here. Stop here. Here I'm gonna give different stitch because I didn't cut those ears. I didn't cut at the edges, so they folded, and I don't need to give here a stitch. And then I'm gonna go and give the stitch here exact as the same manners as I'm planning on that side. So, and needs to leave the opening here at the end, at the edges, because I need to fill with whatever you have to fill the bunny. And then after I'm gonna go the stitches, I'll come to the table and show you how you continue, because when you filling in, you're gonna give the last stitch at the edges here, and the bunny going to be closed, and only thing that you will need to do is to add beautiful things that bunny needs to feel himself bunny, you know, the holiday bunny. So I'm going to go and give the stitches, and I'll come back and show you that I do what needs to be done next. Well, I want to show you what I did, and I will show you in the front and in the back. So as you remember, I did the pocket, and the pocket's going to be like this, you know. But I left here the opening, so be cautious, because you have here two layers. One is the pocket that holding those beautiful feet of the bunny, and the other that you need to get in to fill with what you have inside the bunny. Now I want to show you again the pocket. You see the pocket is still, it has a hole, because I'm going to connect those two together. You know, those edges, let me show you those edges. I'm going to connect them with one stitch together when I'm gonna close, and I don't need to sew them separate. So the three of them gonna be connected together. So this is how I'm not wasting my time, and I'm not wasting my time on the pinning, and because it's a cotton fabric and it's the fabric it's not stretchy fabric, so I don't need to worry. I didn't use the pins. You see, I'm not using the pins. Now I'm gonna fill the bunny. The bunny you feel again. The bunny don't need to be very, very, very fat. The bunny needs to be flat, you know. So I'm showing you the sample that I did that you should see. This is the sample that I made before I decided to make the actual bunny. And it is important that you should do so if you're not sure if you're gonna succeed to do anything, you know. So I usually practice before I do. So here it is. It's the old fellow, and now it's going to be the new one, and the one that needs to be. So I'm going to go behind the camera. I'm going to fill the bunny, and I'm going to saying again, he needs to be on the flat side. This is not a fatty toy, you know, big toy. It needs to be fluffy. This is how he is. This is the toy how it needs to be. So I'm gonna do the work, and I'll come back to you and show you, you know, the last moves that I need to do, the last things that I need to do for finishing creating my beautiful bunny. Well, as you guess, why so fast? Well, I create the other bunny, the smaller one, the first one, and I create a little bit bigger one that I can start put inside the one that I showed you that I tried to make it, you know, I just removed the feet and from the inside one. The only thing that left for me to do is on a machine to connect those together. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna show you. It needs to be done this stitch. If you're gonna put together, if you're not sure, use the pins. For that work, I don't need to use the pins. So I'm gonna go and give around here and just do the closure. The stitches needs to be from uh, being sewn on outside. So this is what I'm going to do. The only thing that left is little small things that I can work with my hands, and I can connect them to my beautiful bunny. And I see you in a bit. Okay, I closed here. If you can see on the bottom, I did give stitch, and I give another stitch by the edges for the feet that they shouldn't move. They were too loose and I didn't want them to move, so I gave another stitch here. And I am almost done. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find the way to sew this nose, the big one, and I wanna add this papillon, and I will sew with my hands, and I'll show you the end of my beautiful holidays bunny. Well, in the end, I did decide to add lacy uh, earrings, and I don't know why. I had it on the table and I was mingling around, and I did sew everything, you know, so I'm trying to show it to you. And you can add lace if you like in the hands, in the feet, you know, you can make lacy adding, you can make more golden or silverish things, shiny things you can put on the eyes, or you can have glitter with a little glue. You can do it. So, well, I hope I showed you, I give you the sample and show you a little tutorial that you can make something for nice spring holidays and enjoy yourself with your family. Well, I hope that you didn't forget to sign up, put likes, write me comments below, and write me your ideas. And I'm willing to read and see if I can do it also. Well, I hope to see you next time. So long.